Hi. So I had the interview today, and I was really nervous, and I did wear that shirt I wore in the last video, and I think it went well. I'm hoping that it went well. I was really nervous, but I was myself. I answered all the questions honestly and genuinely. He had me fill out all this like new hire paperwork, but he said that they don't hire people until after the second interview, which is out in the field. Like, he'll call me and he'll say, okay, I want you here at this time on this day, and you're going to ride out with this person, and you're going to see what we do, and you're going to decide for yourself whether or not you want to do this, and by the end of it, we'll decide whether or not to offer you a job. He said some people go and they're there for like 10 minutes and like, yeah, this really isn't for me, and they leave. And he said that's perfectly fine. He said, but there are people that, that stay the full time, and it can take an hour, hour and a half to get things done. So if I like it, I stay. If they decide by the end of it that they like me, they think it's a good fit, then they offer me the position. I can say yes or no. Pretty straightforward. The job seems relatively simple to grasp. I do like the hands-on approach to training, because basically that second interview is the start of your training. They take you out, they show you how to do it, they put you out there, and you learn from experience, and I like that. That is one of the fastest ways to learn, especially for me. So yeah, so I'm hoping I get it. It will interfere with my plans for boot camp, but I'm not gonna let it stop me. I'm just gonna have to work around it, I guess. Um, I should get my refund tomorrow morning. Hoping it'll be in my account. Once I do, I'm gonna look around at gyms. I'm gonna try and find a 24-hour gym, and if I can find one, then I think I'm gonna go ahead and join it. Maybe pay for 6 months in advance if I can afford it. And then I'm gonna go. I gotta take my mom around to pay her bills tomorrow, so I'm gonna buy some workout gear. I think I'll get some DVDs for home, to do workouts, on my own at home, and I think I'll get like some weights. And there's this thing out there called a Fitbit, and my friend Kyle talked about it months ago, and I wanted to get it last fall, but I ended up not. I felt like at that time I needed to make sure that money, that refund money, went directly to getting me to school and getting things that I needed for school, and I'm really glad I made that choice, because I barely made it to this semester. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna get one now. They're kind of expensive, but it'd be good to keep track of my workouts and how many calories I'm burning and things like that. And it has this neat little thing where it uploads to a profile, and I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I can link people to it and they can see my progress. So this would be a great interactive way for you guys to monitor my progress and see that I am doing the things I'm saying I'm doing, if I can't always show you that I'm doing them. One thing I want to do is sometime in the next month I need to find a couple people to come with me to the beach. I want to do a really, really, really early morning or late night workout on the beach. Show you guys how you can take advantage of your natural surroundings to get workouts in. Um, One thing we talked about in my therapeutic nutrition class is the benefit of just 30 minutes a day of exercise. If you lead a mostly sedentary life, where and that, you know, people who work 12-hour days and then come home and, take care of kids, or just, do nothing else for the rest of the day. A lot of people that work that hard, especially if they run around at their job, think they're getting exercise. They are in a way, but it's not the right kind of exercise. So you can be active. I know teachers at my school that they're constantly, first thing in the morning at school, last thing they do at night is leave school. They're constantly on the move, running back and forth, never really sitting still. They still lead a relatively sedentary lifestyle. Okay, sedentary doesn't just mean you're sitting on your butt all day, you're not doing anything physical. Okay, Sedentary can mean you've got a job and you're on your feet all day. So you need to rethink your view of the word sedentary. Okay. If you sit still for more than 2 hours a day, you're relatively sedentary. I sit still for far more than that. So I need to change that big time. But anyways, 30 minutes of exercise a day can change your life. First thing in the morning, bam, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, some jumping jacks, some squats, some lunges, anything to get your heart flowing and to get your heart pumping and everything, get your heart rate up. And just try and do that for half an hour a day. Find time, and if you can't do it all in one 30-minute period, do it throughout the day. When me and my little sister worked at Dial America, it was a call center, so we were, until I was promoted and was walking around all the time, I was sitting in a chair all the time. So what did we do to get in shape? Well, we did what we called oh God, what did we call it? Chair size or something, I don't know. But we worked out in our chairs. We would put a hand on our desk and we would oscillate our chair, but we wouldn't use our feet to oscillate it. We'd use our stomach muscles, and it helped because we could put our feet straight out, but we'd use our stomach muscles to move the chair. We'd rotate the chair back and forth, you know, and we would do workouts where we would lift our feet up on our tiptoes and back down and up and down, and that works those muscles. So we were working out while we were sitting, and it wasn't distracting to other people. It wasn't distracting to us, so we could do it while we were on calls and still manage to do our work properly. It helped a lot because we were sitting, but we weren't sedentary. We were doing something. I read a story about I think it was a woman a few years back who weighed so much she couldn't stand. She had to be moved, and it took a few people to move her. Well, she lost hundreds of pounds, and you want to know how she did it? Very, very small in the beginning. She would sit in her chair, and she'd have her arms up, and she'd do little exercises with her hands. She just, you know, move her hands up and down, and then eventually she got to where she could, you know, lift her arms, and she would do the same thing with her feet and her legs, and eventually it got to the point where she could move more of her body, and, you know, and over time she was burning calories because she was never just sitting still. She was constantly moving, and she finally got to the point where she could stand on her own and move around. And I haven't heard anything about her since. I wish I could remember her name, if it was even a woman. I think it was, I'm not sure. I'll do some research, see if I can find it, but it was a fascinating story. And, you know, so if she can do it, so can you, okay? And I think everybody should watch The Biggest Loser. And I think you should watch it because it's very inspiring. You see these people, these really, some of them morbidly obese, fighting through it, fighting to change their lives, and they all have their own reasons for what they're doing. But they're doing it. And if they can do it, you know, you gotta look at yourself. Not everybody's gonna be as big as some of the people that go on that show. Some of the men, especially 400-pound men, you know, not everybody's that big. So if you're looking to lose like 60 pounds, look at those guys. Look at the men and the women that go on that show who are hundreds of pounds overweight. If they can do it, if they can motivate themselves to get on that treadmill every day, to go for runs every day, to change the way they eat, if they can do it, so can you. All right? And that show is very motivational, very motivational. And you'll learn a lot about exercise too. You also learn that exercising for the first time when you're really morbidly obese and you haven't done it in a long time can cause you to puke. This current season that's on, one of the younger guy that's on the show, I think he's the youngest on this season, he puked a lot. So do your research, talk to professionals before you start any intense workout regimen. And if you have any questions that you think I can answer, please ask. I will gladly answer your questions. And speaking of questions,
I didn't do my Ask Me Anything video because I didn't get any questions. Well, I got questions from my friend Jay, who, I love you, sweetheart. I do plan to answer each and every one of those questions, and I will do it when I do my AMA, which I am actually considering doing live via YouTube, and I'm very nervous about it. Very nervous about that. But yeah, so I need questions. You can leave them in a comment on here. You can send them to me at my email address, which is awillowsjourney@gmail.com. It'll be in the description below. You can send it to my Twitter. You can send it to my Tumblr. Any of those. Just send me your questions, and I will gladly answer them. On Twitter, you can leave them anonymously. If you want to submit your question to me via email, but you want it to be anonymous, please mention that in the email. Say, this is my question for you. Please do not mention who it's from, and I will know you want it to be anonymous, and I will respect that, and I will do that. If you leave it in a comment on here, everybody's going to know you asked it, so I'm just going to say your name, okay? So yeah, that's it. Alright, I'm supposed to get my refund check tomorrow, so I'm going to be out shopping. I need to get some new clothes. I need socks, mostly socks. And I get to get my name embroidered on my chef's jacket. I will have to wear that in a video to show you guys, because it's awesome. I love wearing it. Alright, well, this video is getting kind of close to the cutoff, so thank you guys for watching. As always, I see I've gotten a few new subscribers. Love you guys. You're fantastic. Thank you for your support and your encouragement. You mean the world to me. Thank you. And please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. I need all the support I can get. You guys are amazing. Thank you.